Disclaimer, y'all know my friend like the cuss, child. Welcome. Chef Don Don, this is episode 4. Now, just so that you do know, you were supposed to be on like episode 1 and 2.
I know, but shit, life be happening. Life be trying to kill a bitch, but you know, I rise as the phoenix that I am. Yeah,
life be life. Life be
yeah.
life.
I got food poisoning last time.
Oh yeah, I do remember you saying that. Let's tell you something. That food poisoning is no joke, honey. Ain't nobody got time for that though.
Yeah, it really does. You know, it's some shit. It's some shit.
It make you super miserable, don't it?
Yeah, it does. I know. I know Michael was. If I'm miserable, Michael miserable.
I can only imagine. So listen, y'all already know the why we do this show. We just discuss hot topics, and I do it with my friends. I do it with my friends. All right. So of course, I can't do this without you. Period.
Let these bitches know.
Period.
Let them know, girl.
You became Twitter famous because you called out a nigga.
Calling out niggas is something I do in my pastime. It's a hobby of mine. One thing I be doing, calling out these niggas. I call them too, but I only call the good ones, not the niggas that be acting up like that nigga. But honestly, I don't even think that pale bitch could even be called a nigga personally. But whatever you wanna classify that man as. Somebody said that nigga looked like one of them sleep paralysis demons.
Ooh. Well. Well, let's go back just a little bit. You called Mr. Man out about his production style, kind of what he doing as a downfall of the two franchises that we like, Atlanta and Potomac. So tell me how did that come about? Like, what made you do that?
Because like I was out here watching these shows and I was like, okay, like they're pieces of shit now. What's going on? You know? Then I was like, what is the common denominator here? And I was like, bad casting choices, questionable production editing, clear favoritism, clear biases towards people that are losers, whatever the case may be. And then I saw that the same person who was doing Potomac is now doing Atlanta. And I was like, what you will not do, bitch, is destroy both of the Black franchises. That's what we cannot do. Now, you can put as much colorism as you want to in Potomac, but leave that shit out of Atlanta.
Period.
Like, so like that's what really had me talking about it, because I was just seeing clear favoritism towards like, storylines that don't make sense, that's not truthful, like telling half truths, trying to make us believe something that, we literally, like you literally put the shit in the show the prior episode. Like we saw this woman literally stand up and yell on Drew Sidora like she a damn, fucking Iceland Yeti. And then, next episode you're gonna sit here and tell us that shit never happened and she was sitting down. Girl, what are you talking about, Eric?
I wasn't really here for it at all. Okay, now one of the things that you faced kind of calling him out was people going under your tweet or re-quoting your tweet saying things about his looks, his appearance, and different stuff like that. And one of the things that I did see you say was, I just talked about his work ethic, what it is for him to be a producer. Ain't talking about this man looks like that, not like y'all are doing.
Yeah.
Because it was people kind of going in on that man looks and stuff. I will admit that, but I do commend you for calling this man out, but still also letting people know that his looks is not what the concern is. Right.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about his looks or how tight his face may or may not be. All I care about is the fact that these shows ain't tight. They loose. They like, they loose. So at the end of the day, I'm not here to try to like bully nobody or whatever the case may be. I just gave a perspective. He is fucking up the thing.
We know Kim Zolciak and Cora Bierman is divorced, okay? And I promise you they are in the headlines every other day. And I don't know if this is Kim Wade getting back on the show. We do know we're gonna see her next week. I'm probably gonna fast forward through that whole scene because I don't care nothing about them OGs. I'm just be completely honest about it. But the 911 call has been released. One of their 911 calls has been released. Kim Zolciak calls the police on Cora Bierman after Cora threatens to file kidnapping charges on her friend who took their son on a play date. First of all, before I get into this is the issue that I have with Cora and Kim. Go y'all separate ways. Why are y'all still under the same roof? What? We're gonna continue to keep going through stuff with y'all. I want y'all to take us out the group text, though. I really do. I want y'all to take us out the group text. But since this is a topic, let's listen to this real quick, and I need to know what you get from this.
Wait, we gonna listen to the call?
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's long enough.
Okay, period.
Let's listen.
Super quiet. I don't know why. I just have a situation here where my husband is threatening a kidnapping because my girlfriend took my son on a play date. And now he has harassed not only the mother, but my son is shaking and hysterically crying. And now I'm just going to leave and just go pick him up to prevent this situation. I just don't know what else to do at this point.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't know why it's not.
What happened? I'm sorry. Can you please tell the story again?
I'm sorry, what was that? I can hear you. I'm just going to put you on speaker just because my son, I dropped my son off. I live in the manor. I dropped my son off at the front gate for 6 years. They were going to the rodeo, whatever. My husband, we're going through a divorce, just came in and said that he's going to file kidnapping charges on her And I said, absolutely not. I agreed that she could take him. And then he stopped because he's crying hysterically on the phone. And now I'm going to pick him up and just to create any kind of further stuff. But it's just, I did call my lawyer to ask him if it was kidnapping, because I didn't want police to get in trouble. And he said it's not, if one parent can consent. And then my husband did steal my bag that has all my divorce paperwork and all my stuff in it. This is just so petty, and I hate to call 911 for this situation. I just was so frantic in the moment when I realized that he was gone, and at least want him going to the house and doing anything crazy, because he's known to do crazy things.
Okay, may I have your name? The police come to.
Well, I don't now. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go pick my son up, and then I don't feel like this is gonna be the end of it, to be honest with you tonight. So I will probably call you back rather than kind of go back and forth with this and the police. I'm just gonna pick my son up because he's very distraught.
Okay.
And then I will call you if I need you, which I'm sure he will be screaming and yelling, and I will need you guys in a little bit. I just decided to leave the house and just pick him up.
Okay, just call us back when you need us.
I appreciate you. Are you there?
I'm still.
Girl.
I'm confused. So if the child is with the friend, why is the child crying if Croy told her that he was gonna file charges for kidnapping? Why is the child crying?
Exactly. The child would only be crying because he's not with his mom, right? And that's your friend that you asked to come pick the kid up. That's Kim's friend. So I'm a little confused as to why the child is frantic and crying as well. I'm confused because it sounds like she's wanting to make Croy sound like a bad father. And I'm sure that that's like her goal. I hate to say that, but I'm sure that is her goal, because for you to be as petty to tell this man that he has to go pay for a hair follicle drug test to see if he's been smoking any type of marijuana, that he's not a good fit to be around your kids because at one point in time he smoked marijuana. Well, Charlie, we checking him for marijuana. We need to check you too.
For coke.
But not only that, girl. If you're gonna check him and y'all was living together, that possibly means that you probably done it to him too, or done it with him too. Not only that, you were okay with it up until now. So what's the issue? You've been all right with it up until now. So what's the issue?
Right, and let's not act like weed is like some type of hard drug, whatever the case may be. But you know what? I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying watching them destroy each other's lives. I'm enjoying watching the Caucasian Olympics to see which one of them are the true white woman out of the relationship, because Croy is tapping into his inner white woman, and Kim Zolciak is channeling her inner white woman, and they're both white womaning each other. They're both Karens right now, Mr. and Mrs. Karen, and I'm really enjoying it.
Kim been a Karen.
He been a Karen too, because you remember he like when he brought the gun.
Oh yeah, to the reunion.
Yeah, no, it wasn't to the reunion. I don't think it was at the reunion. I think he brought the gun to that. You remember that that group scene that they were at. When they were all sitting down.
That he brought one, because they said in Andy's book, Andy alleged that he brought one to the reunion. To that season 10 reunion when they was all eating Kim up with their red cup.
That's why every single one of your dollars is gone, and that's exactly why this man is giving y'all hell. Y'all are each other's karma. Y'all are two disgusting lint ball people.
She told Nene, when Nene said, "What do you do over there on your show? What do you do? I don't even see you doing anything." And she said, "Well, Cashmere sold 15 million. Girl, what's the 15 million at? Because his house been in foreclosure for the last 3 years.
She gambled it all, probably.
That's what they said. That what Cora said. Cora said she got a gambling problem, which I do believe that. I do honestly believe that. And I just find this situation interesting right here. She also says that in this call to to 911 that Corey stole her divorce papers out of her purse, or stole her bag that had the divorce papers in it.
Why won't y'all
divorce paper? Why you didn't steal yours?
To see what she's trying to do.
Sense. That makes sense.
My thing is, why are y'all still living underneath the same house if this is a hostile living environment?
I've been saying that I don't get. But then people keep saying their financial situations. But I would think that someone
broke to move out.
But I would think someone in either of their family would be like, yo, come stay with me till this is situated, till this is. I mean, nobody feel sorry for y'all.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Kim is close with her family. Does she even have family alive?
Got a friend or two. Sheree want to be her twin.
Sheree ain't about to
stay at the chateau.
She don't want to stay. She don't want to stay in the hood. Remember, she said the hood that Candy and Sheree live in is the ghetto.
I can't with Kim. Kim, girl, it sounds like you eating up all your words that you ever spewed out. And I hate to see the young children going through this. And I hate to see y'all using these kids as a way to get back at each other. I hate to see that in a divorce. I ain't gonna even hold you. I hate for us to use children to get back at each other. But I had already said that this divorce was gonna be ugly, especially if they was doing it under the same roof. It's gonna be ugly.
It's gonna be ugly.
Well, child, that's that about Kim and Croy. You know, I ain't gonna give them too much of my time because it's Kim and Croy.
I was like, not you just calling the police like that's your homegirl. Like, girl, I'm gonna call you back.
That's what she said. She said, I'm gonna call you back in case something else happened.
Girl, this is the 911. This is 911. People are dying, Kim.
And you know, I saw somewhere, and I could be totally wrong. I might have to check this up for the new hot topic, but I saw somewhere where now they're about to make it where they now have a separate phone number for you to call. It's in Dallas, actually. I did read that. Where now they're gonna have a whole separate phone number for you to call. You're not gonna be able to call 911 about your personal stuff. You're gonna have to call the actual police station, and they're gonna have to tell you what they're gonna be able to do. You're not gonna be able to call 911 anymore. All of those calls will be routed outside of their system. Oh, so we'll see how that goes. But good luck to you, Kim and Croy.
I wish you two no good luck, and I can't wait to see you two ivory demons destroy one another. Period.
Yeah. Ah. What is Atlanta giving you? What I mean, considering that we were 8 episodes in now, is it 8 episodes in? It's 8 episodes. We are 8 episodes in. So what is Atlanta like really giving you? Listen.
High cholesterol and high blood pressure. I will go with that. I'm gonna go with
high
that.
cholesterol and what else?
High blood pressure. Yeah, because they salty. No, because these hoes be salty. No, not the blood sugar. They ain't sweet. It ain't sweetness. It's high sodium. You know, these hoes are like these hoes are on this show like salt licks at this point. They are salty as hell at Candy. I don't know why Candy is destroying people's lives. I don't know why Candy is ruining the world. I don't know why, but at the end of the day, that's how they're acting, and that's how I'm feeling. Like, I just talking about it right now, I feel my sodium levels rising. I need water. Did you just happen to have that next to you?
I do. You know, I keep water. I told you all I do is drink water in my business. So,
listen.
But now I'm with you on that one. I'm not even the biggest Candy fan, and I feel like this season is definitely a reach. Mm-hmm. It is such a reach. Well, I'm not gonna say the last few seasons have been a reach when it comes to Candy, but honestly, that lady shows her life. Like, I don't know what more they want from Candy. I really don't. They throw shade at Candy, but when Candy decides to throw shade back, it got to be a big old issue because she got 10 million followers. Like, get out of here. Sheree, you done shaded Candy before. And this is my issue when it comes to like Sheree saying that Candy dogged out her business. But Candy was also the same person who gave you business advice on camera several times. So did we forget that? Did we forget a black woman empowering you and getting you to the place where you need to be? And it was just the fact that you didn't take what she said and apply it to your business, which could definitely be looked at you sideways when it comes to Candy. So I don't like this whole Candy situation. It's a reach.
Yeah. But I can give a fuck about Sheree. My anger really is towards Marlo. That too.
That too. Yeah, Marlo is gutter. Marlo is gutter. Have you watched the recent episode?
Oh, I watch every episode. I have to review it.
Okay. In the most recent episode, Marlo is on her way to a date. She calls Drew on the phone. Do you think anything that she did to Drew was warranted? I mean, for what she did?
Like, Marlo's such a fake ass bitch. That's why you gotta really be playing in Marlo's face. That's why anytime you see Marlo, you have to make her feel like the piece of shit that she truthfully is and that she was birthed from. You know, that's why I will always applaud Kenya for doing the things that she does. Because when you give people like Marlo an inch, they run a mile. I have roots from Florida. You know, I was born and partially raised in Pahokee and Belglade. Then I ended up growing up in Las Vegas. So I can, you know, if there's anybody that can hang with Floridians verbally, it's me. You know, so which is probably why I be talking this shit that I do, honestly. Now I'm thinking about it.
It is.
But, you know, like, when it comes to people like that, you know, you have to back these hoes up off of you, because if you don't, they gonna really just try to take advantage and really just try to make you, make you out to be like a little bitch, like, and like, just be playing in your face. Like, the way that she's so fake and talks shit about people and expect people to, you know, to really befriend her, want to care about her. Girl, this is why we treat you like the piece of shit that you are, because you don't know how to act.
Yeah.
You don't know how to carry yourself like a woman.
I didn't honestly think any of that was warranted, because she calling you out on your bluff or where y'all have the issue at. You calling her. First of all, you got off the phone with what did she call Sanya first? You got off the phone with Sanya first to call Drew to be shady. And because Drew handed you your tail and let you know where you was wrong at, you resulted in hanging up the phone and calling her all of these names and body shaming her and all of this kind of stuff. And it wasn't warranted.
Exactly. When we gonna admit that Marlo also got a BBL? That's something that we don't talk about enough.
I agree.
Marlo, your body ain't real either. You always sitting here talking about what everybody else's body look like. You talking about this girl got a fake booty, this girl booty drop, this girl built like a can of biscuits, but you built like a nigga with a BBL. Bitch, you built like Saucy Santana. So what you talking about? I don't like Marlo.
Marlo is a disgusting human being, in my opinion, for sure. And one thing too, I don't like is her coming at Candy about Candy's character when it comes to this nephew thing. Listen, I say this in every one of my reviews. Ain't nobody taking away her losing her nephew, but you lied. You said that the reason why you told Courtney when y'all was sitting down at that table, the reason why you hadn't brought it up to Candy is because you ain't seen Candy. That is a lie. Okay? Y'all had all of the rest of the season 14 to film like the reunion. Y'all also went.
Candy got way more self-control than me, because Marlo playing in my face like that. Girl, fuck those flowers. fuck the damn the service. It would have been violating That's the way you gotta violate Marlo. That's the only way to get her up off of you.
Oh, Marlo. Okay, here. Listen, so you know the BET Awards 2023 just popped off. It just happened. And it was supposed to be culture's biggest night. But I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what I do think though. I think the Tina Turner tribute was forced. I think it was done at the last minute because I want to be very clear. When I was looking up the information for the BET Awards prior to the BET Awards airing on Sunday, I had noticed that Patti LaBelle was not on the lineup then. And there was no Tina Turner tribute on the lineup at all either. So I went to Twitter. You know, I always look at Twitter first before I go in. Right. And I went and looked at Twitter and I saw a bunch of people tagging BET saying, why wasn't there a Tina Turner tribute? But I'm trying to figure out why y'all call Patti. When nobody else available? Listen, one thing I'm gonna say is we're gonna stop blaming on these lyrics. I mean, on the age and stuff like that. I understand Patti getting up there in age, but did she tell them she forgot them lyrics before she got a check? But Patti couldn't read the teleprompter.
And not to mention, like, I just think black people don't really respect Tina Turner's music. I believe that black people respect Tina Turner and what she's been through solely because of the movie What's Love Got to Do With It, because they saw she got abused like the rest of them have. But outside of it, a lot of black people cannot recall a lot of Tina Turner's music because they don't listen to rock music, which is what she's did for the most part. Nor are they trying to pull up Ike and Tina, reviews music either. I know a lot of Tina Turner's music because I was young and I watched What's Love Got to Do With It, and that made me really fall in love with her music, and I have a very eclectic taste. But I feel like the same way about Donna Summer. A lot of black people don't give her the flowers that they deserve too. It always seems to be the white people doing that for her. We don't really talk about Donna Summer. A lot of people don't talk about Tina Turner. A lot of people don't talk about Diana Ross. Those three are in the same type of category where they're huge and legendary, and they're kind of respected by the black community, but the black community doesn't really vibe with them like that because they don't sing music that black people deem as black music.
I can agree with that.
We can recall Patti LaBelle songs, Aretha Franklin songs, Gladys Knight songs, Whitney Houston songs, all of these other girls' songs. But if you ask us to sing anything from Diana Ross's, catalog, Tina Turner's catalog that has nothing to do with the movie, right, or Donna Summer's catalog, like MacArthur Park, I'm in love, all of those disco bops that she made, they're not there for because at the time that they were coming up, when you did that and switched over to those type of genres, you were kind of called a sellout. That's why Whitney Houston was going into that area as well. She had to switch it up and she had to Negro it up. She had to Negro her music up because they were saying that she wasn't black enough.
I could definitely agree with that. Patti wouldn't have been the first person I would call. Because I think that there are people who are capable. Some of these artists have put Tina Turner sets in their tours and all of that stuff, right? And I totally understand, everybody is busy and everybody is doing their own thing. I understand that the writer's strike had a really big impact on on the BET Awards, because of course they have to have somebody to write out the award ceremony. So I totally understand all of that. I just think Patty wouldn't have been my first choice at all.
Who would have been your first choice?
You know, you might disagree, but I would have called somebody like, because of course we know clearly Beyonce couldn't have done nothing. I would have called somebody like Fantasia, honestly. I seen Fantasia's Tina Turner set, and I'm here for it because I feel like she's able to give a little bit of what, you know what I'm saying, what Tina used to give. So it's people like her that I know could give during her set. Her Tina set is amazing to me. And I honestly have seen a lot of different Tina sets, and they don't hit with me like Fantasia.
I mean, like what can she do that Tina did?
I'm just saying, like, Fantasia gives more of the Tina, like the sound. She does get more of the sound, but she also gives like what Tina gave on stage, what Tina gave in music. I don't see anybody else. Patty's show wasn't
like she does.
Yeah, like her Tina set is absolutely amazing, and it's probably one of the best that I've seen.
I'm gonna have to go check that out. I was like, as far as her voice, it definitely don't give me Tina Turner. I don't get that.
Now, I'm not saying to give us Tina Turner, but that's the closest, and it's better than Patty in my opinion. I knew Beyonce couldn't do it. I mean, and I couldn't think
they couldn't afford her to do it.
Right.
They probably couldn't afford Fantasia to do it.
I get that. They couldn't even afford a host. I get that. But I'm saying Patty shouldn't have been who y'all called.
Dude, I'm saying if nobody else is available, who else is you gonna call?
Well, leave Patty out. All right, so let's talk about what else is going on in the news right now. And so we got this situation where this young lady went down to the fish place to get her a hot plate of fish. Maybe she had went down to get a 2-piece, some fries, a piece of toast, some pickles, peppers, and onions. And it was this young man. I don't know what this lady did to this man for him to literally say, if you say one more word, I'm a haul off and hit you. And then he actually hits the lady. I was done for because I was just like, sir, you've been wanting to do this to a woman for a long time. And it just happened to be one that you don't really know. And you walked into this situation, but so apparently she texts her 14-year-old son to come shoot the man. Now listen, I understand we like to get back, but in that particular situation, I could not have seen my son doing something like that at the age of 14. And my son is of age, cool. But I don't want to mess up my son's life over something like this. And I get you protecting your mama. And I probably would have been okay with the man injured, right? And I know that as of now, the charges have been dropped. But I just, as a person, I couldn't imagine putting my child at that age in that type of position. But I understand the protection mechanism of it all. But how do you feel about the situation?
A lot of what happened to him needs to happen to a lot of you niggas who get real comfortable putting y'all hands on women. Kudos to the son. Hashtag shoot that nigga. Hashtag, I just hope the mama learn from this situation. Don't ever put her son in that predicament again. But I'm happy that her son stood up and protected her, in the place, because she didn't have no man there to protect her.
Well, and clearly none of them other niggas in that kid.
Exactly. These other these niggas, like you niggas have all, like you niggas stay online going so fucking hard on other fucking women, trying to make it seem like y'all hard, that y'all are protectors. But whenever y'all see a woman actually in disarray, actually in physical danger, you motherfuckers don't do anything but sit there. If you scary and you can't fucking fight, bitch, say that. But like y'all sit there and y'all say all of this stuff online about women need to stop being like men. Women need to know that they women. Women need to tap into their femininity. Well, nigga, y'all should have tapped into y'all masculinity and step up and actually help this woman who y'all saw getting beat down by another man, but y'all sit there and y'all watch and y'all not trustworthy. Y'all motherfuckers don't protect yourselves nor protect y'all women. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad that her son shot this nigga dead, and I'm not mad that the man is gone. And I hope his family sees what the fuck he did that led to his demise. You should have trained him better.
Yeah, that part I do agree. All right, so we got a video right here that we about to play. We're just about to listen to it, and because it goes along with this hot topic, right? So let's go.
Single mothers are literally the worst parents on the entire planet. Statistics back that. Over 70% of young men that grow up under a single mother in particular, end up in prison.
So everything that this man just said is a complete lie, which means it must be time for another round of These Aren't Facts. They're just things you made up to justify your feelings. Now, the often quoted statistic is that 70% of inmates come from single mother homes, which would represent about 840,000 of the 1.2 million people incarcerated, according to the Department of Justice in 2021. Meanwhile, 70% of the estimated 19 million children raised in single mother homes would be about 13 million. And I'm not sure how Aaron's defining young men, but even if we adjust for that, it would still be an absurdly wrong number. Okay, so Aaron misspoke, but what about that 70% statistic? That has to be correct, right? After all, it's repeated everywhere.
Women gotta hold themselves accountable because 70% of boys in jail are raised by single mothers.
Single sisters are to blame for the high population of men in jail.
70% of youth in juvenile delinquent facilities come from single mother homes.
80% of all youths in prison are from single mother homes.
If you compare a single mother, there's 80% chance of going to jail.
80% of all prison inmates came from single mothers' homes.
I did the research. 80% of black males who are in jail come from single mother homes.
We are filling up these prisons with fatherless kids.
Okay, so we're not sure if it's 70% or if it's 80%, if it represents all prisoners, just young men, or only black men. But what we do know is that prisons are full of young men from single mother homes, and the women folk are to blame for it. And this statistic has been copy-pasted across every website for fathers' rights groups and family law attorneys representing fathers. But notice that it's different. It's 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions, not prisoners. But even that claim is wrong. It comes from this 1987 report from the Bureau of Justice Statistics. And it says across all juveniles in state-operated institutions, 70% of them did not come from a two-parent home, which includes single mothers, but also single fathers, homes where the child was raised by other relatives, and foster homes. In fact, single parents were only 54%, and of that, 48.4% were single mother households. But it's important to remember that this is 35-year-old data about juveniles in juvenile institutions, not prisons. And they only surveyed about 10% of juveniles, so while it might be indicative, it should not be taken as a concrete fact. Now, the statistics on inmates are actually fairly easy to get, thanks again to
Is that it?
I think so.
But like he goes in deeper. But like that shit without, like, black men would do everything in their motherfucking power not to accept accountability. So not only are you going to say it's because of black women raising their children alone, but you're not talking about the fact that the black men are not there helping raise their fucking sons.
Right.
And on top of that, like, so it's okay for you guys to disregard your responsibilities, but we just blame the woman who's literally giving up her life to raise a child that she did not make on her own. And then because all of you bitches have decided to throw your lives away doing whatever ignorant shit y'all have done because y'all have father hurt, You decide to blame it and hate the mom instead of holding that man accountable who decided not to be in your life. And it's a repetitious cycle of men not taking accountability for their actions, nor holding each other accountable for the fucked up shit that they did, which further reflects the shit that happened with that mom being beat up by a grown black ass man while the other men sat there and did nothing. Luckily, her son ended up doing something. I mean, I understand that we don't want him to do that, but I'm happy that he at least knew not to sit there and watch a woman get beat on like the rest of you niggas did. Because y'all are scary, and because y'all are afraid of confrontation, y'all are afraid of each other, and y'all are afraid of accountability and being faced with the fact that y'all are the true reason that black people as a totality are being held back, because heterosexual black men are right now the lowest as far as going to get educations. They are the highest in unemployment, and we're not going to sit here and act like black men don't have everything within the black community going for themselves, i.e. being a man in a misogynistic world, black women being hated, and y'all still don't do the things that y'all need to do. But y'all want to sit here and blame all your troubles on black women, and that really pisses me the fuck off.
All right, y'all. Well, you know, I'm gonna start off this by saying I do want to send my condolences to the 5 individuals who, you know, was in the submarine going down to see the Titanic, and people had spent $25,000. Okay, and something I've been hearing a lot of people say that I want to correct is the fact that the Navy held that they heard the is it implosion explode? What is it called? Implosion. Am I saying that right?
Implosion.
Okay, so they were saying that they had reported the implosion on the Sunday, not too long after they had taken off or whatever. They did report it to the right people, but the people did not report it because they said that they were in hopes that they would find them alive. That's the reason why they didn't let everybody know that they knew about the implosion prior to us finding out about the implosion.
Right.
It's very unfortunate, I will say that. But what are your thoughts on the submarine? What are your thoughts? Wait, before you go there, I always say, y'all better start minding y'all business. But anyway, go ahead.
I just feel like this is with all due respect, because I don't want nobody to die. But if this is not one of the dumbest fucking dumb ways to die, you know, I have ever seen in my life, like, why the fuck do y'all want to go see the Titanic? That's not even like some type of historical event I would want to see in person, with children and people died. That's like them weird ass motherfuckers who like to go to them concentration camps. Why are we going here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, like, and then on top of that, like, it's certain shit that the body is just not meant to be doing. And going underwater is something like at a certain point, that shit crushes you. We not meant to be down there.
And they don't have any man-made objects. Because if you listen, all of the research that they was doing, them trying to find those people, everything that they were doing to try to discover them can only go so far. So my thing was, and we talking about, they said that the water pressure down there where the Titanic at is about 4 times faster. I mean, about 400 times faster than we're currently moving right now.
You mean stronger?
Yeah, stronger than it is for us, just period, right? Being on surface level.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but how would you feel if you've been there? One of the guys had been there 24 times, 25 times, or something like that. So what? I mean, what was different about this though? Was it how the
Wait,
submarine?
who said he had been there 25 times?
I gotta look it up, but there is somebody who has been down to the Titanic.
Not in that submersible. No.
That's why I'm saying. So is it on the submarine versus what could possibly happen? Because if they've done it 25 times and it's been a success,
no, they have not done it 20. They have not done it 25 times in that submersible.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Not in this submarine. That's what I'm asking. Is the submarine the issue?
Yeah,
because the people going down there clearly aren't the issue.
So the issue
is not
so
the issue.
it actually is. So like, what was the issue was like this man who's hella rich. He's one of those pompous ass fucking rich people. He thought that he knew more than science. Now he was supposed to have this thing built like to withstand certain pressures, but he decided to go about it his own way, despite him having major warnings from people saying like, and I'm talking about like from official companies that he was supposed to have build this, saying like the way that you want this to be built, with it being this cheaply made, is not going to be able to withstand that pressure that you're trying to get to. Like, we can get you a submarine that can withstand that pressure, but he says, no, I'm gonna prove that you can go down to the Titanic with carbon fiber and titanium. And if that is not the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard in my life, and not only was he warned multiple times, no, he didn't give a fuck. He actually said, recorded on actual camera, that sometimes people care too much about safety and not about the fun of everything. He fired, and he was actually going through litigation with a former employee who was supposed to be an engineer because they said that it was not safe to go down in those depths. And mind you, he tried to do it last summer and it failed going down. Luckily, they didn't go so far where they were lost, but this time they were lost because you want to know what happened? 2 hours in, because they were traveling down into the sea level, 2 hours in, which is approximately, I would want to say maybe 2,000 meters. They ended up losing contact with the GPS tracker, which is a completely separate system from the submersible. They ended up losing communications. And you want to know why they lost communications? Because they fucking imploded. Just like that. 1 minute they were here, the next minute they wasn't. All 5 died instantaneously, probably. With a big boom.
Listen.
All because
I mind my business, stay black. Okay? Cause I ain't got no business going down there to nothing. Listen. The Titanic made all of them people rest in peace. I'm not going to look at the wreckage. I'm not doing none of that. I did see an interview today. I guess the interview was released today, where the mom of the was it the son and the stepdad on the submersible or whatever, and she was stating that she was supposed to go, and she kept trying to talk them out of going, saying that go, and she kept trying to talk them out of going, saying that it wasn't safe to do so. But I am kind of wondering, all them other people, y'all didn't decide to do no research. Y'all was really that gung-ho about going to see the wreckage. Child, I can't.
Like that is weird. Like, to me, like, why would you want, like, it's certain and then the thing is, I saw a fucking documentary and they said that it's deeper waters below the ocean that's even greater and more dense and deep. So it's oceans inside of the oceans, like, nigga, and it's so deep that motherfuckers couldn't get our man-made technology to go past it. We're not supposed to be there. We're not supposed to.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's not meant for you to be down there if they don't got no man-made stuff to help you if something happens. It ain't meant for you to be down there. I'm just saying.
Like that shit is crazy to me. And my thing is like you completely disregarded everybody's life to be selfish, to be pompous, and just because you rich don't make you smart. Just because you rich don't mean that you know everything. Money don't equate to intelligence. So you cannot reformulate fucking physics and technology and think that it gonna do what you want it to do because you got money. Even though you don't want to put the fucking money to build something that's actually going to fucking work. You too cheap to do that. But you want to make a company to go down there. Now you dead and the people that got there dead and it's real messed up. Don't nobody feel that much sympathy for the owner. And I hope that they sue everything that y'all got in that damn Ocean Gate company, y'all motherfuckers. Cause it was a 19-year-old on there who really probably didn't even have much choice in the matter. He went to go with his dad on top.
Was the one where his mom, I was talking about his mom. His mom did an interview this morning, or it aired this morning. And in the interview, she was stating that she told him not to go, of course. But she said with him being young and wanting to be adventurous, he decided to still go. She said she was supposed to go. And then when they said with the inside of that, let me tell you something. Clearly, you ain't just about to go down there no day, right? Okay, it ain't just no day, no few hours that you down there in the water. You down there in the water for some time, right? Then what I want to know. They said the inside of that place is just the inside of that sub is just as small as a sofa or something like that. Girl, how all five of us is in this? It's all about It's just something I don't see myself doing. But again, I would like to say condolences to especially the individuals who lost their life just trying to be supported like this. I don't know. I hate that. I do. Yeah, child. Well, one thing we do know, ain't none of us going down in the view the Titanic.
Yeah, you like the way that my ancestral blood curls at the thought of going deep into the ocean where they used to drop our ancestors off the Amistad to pick up more slaves. I would never. Bitch, I wish I would. Harriet Tubman adopted it.
The Titanic is not something I would want to see, honey. I would watch the movie.
Now they eternally gonna be a part of the Titanic, citizen community. That's sad. That's sad, child.
Ooh, child, that is so sad. Well, all right.
How it go? How does it go? Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Come on, join it. Far across the distance, in spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. R.I.P.
Season 3. Listen, I just gotta ask you a quick question about bail collectors. Is the bails given? Are they bailing or what do you think they're giving? Are they not bailing?
Oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah, they bailing. They rebelling. Yeah, they're rebelling. I'm here for it. I'm
not rebelling.
Yeah, I'm here for the Rebel Collective.
Listen, this season is interesting. There's a lot going on already, and we are just 7. Well, we will be 7 episodes in by tonight. Okay, tonight's episode. But other than that, I mean, it's definitely giving us something to talk about. It's definitely giving a show worth talking about. I'm here for the Bills. The Bills been had me hooked since season 1. No lie.
I'm just trying to figure out how you get with a nigga, and then all of a sudden that nigga has to forces you somehow to ask him for permission to do shit. That's what I want to know. How does it get to that point? How do we get from going on dates, you know, having sex, to me having to ask you permission to go to the M bar? That's what I want to know. How do we get there? Does it get progressive? Nobody.
I don't know. I'm curious to know what this season is gonna give, because I mean, Latrice is definitely giving me deflection when we really need to be focused on what's going on over there with her.
Deflection, reflection, subjection, and erections.
So Gucci, I'm gonna call you out, but you know, I like some Gucci. So Gucci look ghetto, y'all. I like that ghetto-ness. I like that ghetto-ness about some Gucci. Letitia's still giving me Letitia Enterprises wear. Okay. She's not gonna do a brunch this season. She's gonna do an empowerment. What is it called?
What do you mean she's giving you Letitia? What is Letitia Enterprises exactly, Chef Don Don?
I don't know.
How you don't know, but you saying she's giving it? What does that mean? She's giving Letitia's enterprise.
She's giving what we don't know. We don't see her Letitia Enterprising on this show. All we see is the sign. She had one mentee come into last episode. Okay, cute, but girl, we really still don't know what you do. If people say you need to take your brunch, you be taking your brunches and stuff on the road and stuff like that. But if it's anything like the brunches that we've seen on camera, I don't think you should take them on brunch.
Ghetto ass bruncher.
Let's see. But I do think Letitia's I do like Letitia. I do like Letitia. Of course, I don't like the gaslight and Glenn giving us. Who else on the show? Akeisha. Listen, I'm probably liking the Akeisha this season out of all of the bills.
Yeah,
it's shocking for me to say that, but I am definitely loving me some Akeisha.
Akeisha and Marie.
What I like about Akeisha is definitely about her business.
Yeah.
And her husband, you could tell, is about his business too. So I'm here for them. They are really they're about their business. Who else on here? Tambourine, I'm still lost at her, you know, wanting a condo across town, and her and Damon ain't slept together in 2 months or whatever it was. And then that's it. Oh, Marie. Marie little date was cute. That date was cute.
That date was a damn fool.
That date was cute.
That nigga is 48 with gold fronts. I'm weak. Y'all gotta stop.
The funny part about that was literally Marie walked into there saying she don't want nobody with no teeth, no crazy looking teeth, no gold, no nothing like that. And sure enough,
Letitia Enterprises.
What was that man's name?
Player.
What he was calling himself? I don't remember. Player. That was it. That was funny. But yeah, overall, I think the season is giving. It's definitely giving. And hopefully we just get a longer season. I've heard through the grapevine that it's gonna be a longer season, but I just don't know how true that is just yet. So we shall see, child. We shall see.
We shall see.
All right. Well, listen. This was episode 4 of Hot Topics with Chef Don Don and friends, and y'all know I couldn't do it without my friend. Okay.
AKA a real bitch.
I couldn't do it without my friend at all. Y'all already know what the vibe is. I just need y'all to do a couple things. Make sure you go subscribe to Jeremy Speaks TV. All right. Watch all them videos. You're gonna get a key. Okay. You're gonna get a laugh. And make sure you hit the like button on all them videos. All right. Show some engagement. Comment. But don't leave nothing disrespectful. Okay.
Because you will get cussed out.
Leave that disrespectful stuff in your mind, okay? And don't let it come out on your Twitter feed at all. But anyway, I appreciate you for being my guest for this episode. Listen, we've been filming for the last 4 or 5.
Now you breaking the fourth wall. You breaking the fourth
I gotta
wall.
put something in there. I gotta put something in there. But I breaking the fourth wall ain't like these other folks breaking their fourth wall.
Child, me and him been filming since 6 p.m.
We have
It is currently 9:11.
We have been filming for quite a while, but
we've done outfit changes.
Well, listen, we about to wrap. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in to episode 4. Episode 5 will be here next week. Make sure that you tune in to episode 5. I ain't gonna tell y'all who my guest's gonna be just yet. Y'all will find out when I drop the teaser trailer. All right, y'all. I appreciate all of you all being here with
Y'all
your boy.
Y'all say
y'all
bye
better
to
say
Michael.
hello. Look at him. Oh.
He wants a cameo. He wants a
I
cameo
love
so bad.
I love the anthems. I do. So we appreciate you, bro. Well, you know, this is like your second home anyway, so you know. But anyway, I appreciate it again. And listen, just tune in to the episode.
Thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Peace, y'all.